when I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, it's a little bbit embarrassing because no one knows, I never had the chance once again to play against those guys, if you ask me, I would never say that I'm the greatest player.
I'm GOAT, bro.
Bro.
G-O-A-T. What are you talking about? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, man. What I do, man.
All right, give me the ball.
If I was in my prime, could I beat LeBron in a one-on-one game? No question.
That's the only thing I hate about LeBron. First of all, he's a great, great player. He's an amazing person, really nice guy. But for him and his guys, if you don't say he's the greatest ever, it's like you commit treason.
Michael Jordan just shook the NBA to its core, and LeBron James is standing right where the pressure hits hardest.
I was super, super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when y'all everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years. Everything in sports was going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
When Jordan called out players who sit games for rest, build super teams with rivals, and celebrate greatness before truly earning it, he wasn't whispering. He sent a loud message straight at this era. And the timing? Brutal for LeBron, who just went viral again, spelling out GOAT on camera like the debate was finished and the crown already locked in.
I'm GOAT, bro.
Bro.
G-O-A-T. What are you talking about? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, man. What I do, man.
All right, give me the ball.
Now Jordan is responding, and he's not solo. Dennis Rodman didn't hold back, saying LeBron is an average player who wouldn't survive the 80s. Charles Barkley jumped in too, saying that criticizing LeBron today gets you treated like you crossed the line. Isaiah Thomas added his own reminder, saying Jordan never had to announce he was the greatest. That's heavy.
If you care about being called the greatest basketball player ever, does that matter? Do you want that?
I don't want it in a sense because I think it disrespects Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, all the guys that prior to me, I never had a chance to play against. What everybody's saying I am, I never had the chance to compete against other legends that was prior to me. When I hear it, I cringe a little bit because, it's a little bit embarrassing because no one knows, I never had the chance once again to play against those guys, I would love to have played against them, but I never did, and for you to say that I'm better than him, I mean, it's your opinion, it's their opinion. I accept that as their opinion. If you ask me, I would never say that I'm the greatest player.
True legends let their game speak loud enough. The old school circle has seen LeBron promote himself one too many times, and now they're pushing back from every direction. What's unfolding is a clear clash between eras, with icons who built the league refusing to let anyone reshape their legacy without a fight. This all traces back to LeBron's documentary series, when he revisited that legendary Game 7 against the Warriors. Cleveland had ended a 52-year title drought, and his chase-down block on Iguodala became a defining highlight. Cameras were rolling, emotions high, and that's when LeBron said the line that would stick with him forever. He didn't wait for media or fans to decide. He crowned himself. Looking straight into the camera, LeBron placed the throne on his own shoulders and spoke like the debate was settled. And it didn't stop there. During All-Star Weekend, he told Kenny Smith he feels like the greatest player people have ever seen. That confidence hit different, and not everyone liked it. He said he could guard every position, run every role, and that nobody in basketball history was better than him.
If I was in my prime, could I beat LeBron in a one-on-one game? No question.
Then came the night he passed Kareem on the all-time scoring list, one of the biggest moments the league has ever seen. When Shaq asked him straight up where he ranks, LeBron didn't pause, not even for a breath. He said he'd take himself over anyone who ever played, and that he truly believes he's the greatest to ever do it. Weeks later, his son Bryce posted a video of LeBron casually hitting threes in the driveway. Shot after shot dropped clean. Then LeBron looked right into the camera and spelled it out. GOAT.
If the guys that are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
The internet went wild. Bleacher Report reposted it. The clip spread everywhere, and the old school crowd that thought the debate was already heated, they came back louder than ever. The biggest contrast is how different Jordan handled it. While LeBron has openly claimed his spot for years, Jordan built his legend without saying it himself. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, a full decade of control. And every time someone tried to label him the greatest, he pushed it away. He said he wouldn't call himself that, even if others did. Jordan once admitted he felt uncomfortable when people used that title. But don't mistake that for doubt. When asked if he'd beat LeBron one-on-one in their primes, he smiled and said 2 words: I win. That wasn't chasing attention. That was quiet confidence. A man who handled his business on the court and let the results stand. The sharp divide really showed back in 2010 with The Decision, when LeBron announced on primetime TV he was leaving Cleveland to join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami.
That's the only thing I hate about LeBron. First of all, he's a great, great player. He's an amazing person, really nice guy. But for him and his guys, if you don't say he's the greatest ever, it's like you commit treason.
When reporters asked Jordan how he felt about it, he didn't dance around the question. He said, "There's no way I would have ever called up Larry Bird or Magic Johnson and suggested we team up because I was trying to beat those guys." That one quote split the room in half. 2 mindsets, 2 eras, no confusion. Jordan wanted to crush his rivals, not stand beside them. LeBron chose to link up and build power, and lately Jordan keeps reinforcing that difference. He's even called out load management, questioning why healthy stars sit games. That wasn't random, that was pointed. The stats back it up. Jordan played all 82 games in 9 separate seasons. LeBron has done that once in more than 20 years. That contrast speaks loud. And Jordan isn't the only one pushing back. Charles Barkley went on the Bill Simmons podcast and admitted there's something about LeBron that drives him crazy. How you can't question him without being labeled a hater. That says a lot.
I'm just saying, if LeBron was playing in the late 80s and the early 90s, he was just an average player. I mean, but to do what Micah has done, I mean, dude, seriously, Micah did what he did. It was more charisma. It was more articulate and stuff like that. LeBron is more like, boom, okay? There ain't no flash to his game.
The GOAT debate stopped being just about basketball. Now it's loyalty. If you pick Jordan, you're not just making a case, you're picking a side. Conversations shift from stats and championships to emotions and fan bases. Somewhere in that chaos, the game itself faded out. Dennis Rodman took it even further on the Dan Patrick Show. He didn't soften his words at all. Rodman, who spent years guarding the toughest players alive.
LeBron is so easy to play. He's so fucking easy to play. He don't have any moves. Sit and turn on, did it?
On another podcast, Rodman explained why he believes LeBron's style wouldn't translate to the 80s or 90s. He said it's too readable, too structured. Put him in that era, Rodman claimed, and he'd struggle. That's harsh. And it came from someone who battled Jordan, Malone, and Barkley every single night. Then Isaiah Thomas stepped in and questioned more than numbers. After LeBron labeled himself the GOAT, Isaiah made it clear, greatness isn't something you announce. It's something you prove again and again. That wasn't just a comment. That was a direct challenge. That message connected with the old school mindset because for them, stats alone don't crown anyone. It's about how you move, how you compete, how you respond when it's tough. Even legends like Hakeem Olajuwon and Patrick Ewing didn't entertain the comparison. Both brushed it off completely, saying the debate didn't line up. And then things got even more surprising.
You know, and everybody knows I love LeBron, but I'm gonna call time out on this one because And I'll speak definitely to LeBron, or I'll say it to his face. But you never, there's a certain thing about greatness that demands that you have humility with greatness. I have never heard Michael Jordan say he's the greatest of all time.
Scottie Pippen, despite years of tension with Jordan, still admitted there's a difference between the two. One word kept echoing: hunger. Jordan brought it every single night. Regular season, playoffs, didn't matter. That fire stayed lit from tip-off to the final buzzer. The veterans look at LeBron and see brilliance, but they also see moments that rise and cool off, instead of that non-stop edge. LeBron supporters always point to longevity. He said that's fair. He's the all-time scoring leader, a 21-time All-Star, over 50,000 combined regular season and playoff points. That's historic.
When people start comparing him with Jordan, then that's not a fair comparison, because Jordan's far more superior player, and a very, very tough league, and very, very very creative.
Michael bunched up all of his competitiveness and sort of exposed it out to the world. Within 12 to 14 years, we saw his whole resume, his competitiveness, his drive, his will to win, what he's want to do. When someone like LeBron has to spread that out for 20 plus years, it's not the same drive, it's not the same fight, it's not the same hunger.
But here's where the split grows wider. Jordan built his entire legacy in just 15 seasons, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 6-0 on the biggest stage. He never needed a Game 7 in the finals because he closed series early. LeBron, 4 championships, 4 finals MVPs. But here's the part critics never ignore: 6 finals losses. His record sits at 4-6, which means he's fallen on that stage more than he's conquered it. The MVP race shows a similar gap. Jordan has 5, LeBron has 4. Close, but not equal. And when you look at scoring titles, the space widens fast. Jordan has 10, LeBron has 1, 10-1. For an entire decade, Jordan controlled the scoring crown. LeBron led the league once in 22 seasons. Jordan's career average of 30.1 points per game is still the highest in NBA history. LeBron averages around 27, elite, no question. But Jordan operated at another level. Even his quiet nights felt heavier than most stars' best performances. That's the difference people keep circling back to. And if there's one chapter that still follows LeBron, it's the 2011 finals against Dallas. That series changed the conversation after forming a super team with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh. Expectations were sky high. But under the brightest lights, things didn't click. He averaged 17.8 points per game, his lowest finals output. Late in games, the aggression faded. Dallas, led by veterans like Jason Kidd, forced tough adjustments. For the first time, people saw hesitation. That moment stuck. Jordan never had a finals series swing that way in his 6 title runs. When the pressure rose, he elevated. That's what the old guard keeps stressing. LeBron's journey also carries another twist. Back in 2006, when he was still Cleveland's rising icon, he spoke strongly about loyalty. In an interview with ESPN's Chris Broussard, he made it clear he wasn't chasing rings. Those were his exact words. He said he didn't want to join a loaded roster just to grab a title. He wanted to build it and earn it the hard way. For 4 straight years, Cleveland believed him. Fans who watched him grow up, who sat through playoff losses and roster disappointments, held on to that promise. He was supposed to deliver through the grind. Then the summer of 2010 flipped everything upside down. LeBron didn't quietly move on. He turned it into a global event. ESPN gave him a full hour of primetime television, and the sports world stopped to watch. Then, staring straight into the camera, he said the line that would stick with him for years. He was taking my talents to South Beach. It wasn't about rebuilding from the ground up anymore. It was about teaming up with Dwyane Wade, who already had a championship, and Chris Bosh, one of the top forwards in the league. 3 All-Stars, 3 max deals, 1 clear goal, and it clashed hard with what he had promised Cleveland just a few seasons earlier. If that shock wasn't enough, the next night Miami held a massive introduction event. Lights flashing, music blasting, the crowd roaring like a parade had already begun. It felt like a celebration before a single game was played. LeBron stood on stage next to Wade and Bosh, smiling wide, and then came the promise that echoed everywhere. He said they weren't going to win 1 title, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. He kept counting, like championships were already secured. The arena exploded. Social media caught fire. But across the league, many were stunned. Legends like Jordan and Bird likely watched that moment shaking their heads because suddenly the focus didn't feel like competition anymore. It felt like something else entirely. It became about the spectacle. And how did that bold promise turn out? 2 championships, not 6, not 7, just 2. LeBron's Miami run reached 4 straight finals, but half of them ended in defeat. The dynasty everyone predicted never fully took over the decade. In the end, the excitement felt louder than the results, and the decision era became proof that sometimes the spotlight grows bigger than the legacy. Even Dwayne Wade later admitted the not 1, not 2 moment was a mistake. He said it was meant to stay inside the building, just a hype moment for Miami fans. But once it went public, it followed LeBron everywhere. For many critics, it symbolized flash over patience, headlines over hard road. That's exactly where the old school legends plant their flag. Jordan never had a welcome rally promising rings before training camp even started. He didn't switch cities to stack the odds. He stayed in Chicago and built it brick by brick. He took tough losses to the Celtics. He endured the Pistons' physical battles, and each time he came back sharper. Jordan didn't recruit Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. He faced them and broke through. One by one, he cleared the path until no obstacle remained. He didn't chase titles. He earned them through relentless focus and competitive drive. LeBron James absolutely belongs in the all-time conversation. That's not in question. But there's a difference between being part of the debate and declaring it finished yourself. When one player went 6 for 6 in the finals without ever calling himself the greatest, and the other openly claims the throne, that contrast speaks loudly on its own. Jordan's legacy wasn't built on talking about himself. It was built on control, championships, and moments that shut entire arenas down. When he locked in, opponents felt it. That edge was real. LeBron's greatness comes from longevity, stacking numbers, breaking records, adding milestones every season. But it also comes with him openly claiming his place at the top. Now the old guard sees the shift, and they're not staying silent anymore. They feel their era is being reshaped, and they're pushing back hard. Because in their eyes, Jordan never had to label himself the greatest. 6 rings spoke loud enough on their own. So where do you stand? Is LeBron right to claim the crown, or does Jordan still sit alone at the peak? Drop your opinion in the comments. Smash that like button if you rock with real NBA debates. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more heated basketball stories coming soon.